Let's go ahead and get started with some yoga. Sitting nice and tall, please. Relaxing your shoulders down your back, letting your eyes close, starting to go inward a little bit. Just tuning out of all the things that are happening in your life, your job, the world. There's so much going on in the world, so much going on in your life. For this moment, we can let all of that go. It's okay if some of it doesn't want to be let go of, but just creating this internal invitation that we can tune into what's going on inside of us and not be occupied by what's going on outside of us. And of course, the ways to ground into that awareness, being aware of the connection our body makes to the floor. We're here on this earth in this moment. Being aware of the other sensations in your body, clothing on the skin, the air on the skin, the points of connection your body makes with itself, where you feel coolness, where you feel heat, sensation inside of the body, tension, soreness, comfort, relief. Maybe if some of that tension, if there is any, is just unconscious, maybe you can let go of it. Unclenching your fists, relaxing your jaw, softening the belly, and anywhere else you notice tension just being held that could be let go of. And of course, there is your breath in your body, noticing the air flowing in and how that tends to be a cooler sensation. And the breath flowing out, and that tends to be a warmer sensation. Noticing as you're inhaling and exhaling, what parts of the body move with the breath, the chest, the belly, both. Is that a big movement, a smaller movement? Paying attention inward. Noticing how you're feeling energetically. Tired, exhausted, burned out, restless, hyper, anxious, calm, steady, peaceful. And maybe a paradoxical blend of some of these energetic states. Allowing the mind to be present. And with that present awareness, we'll take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring your palms together in front of you, honoring yourself as you are in this moment, this body, this breath, this energy and mind. It's from this place and in service of all of that that we'll practice tonight. So go ahead and rub the palms together, creating heat. Bringing those warm palms over the eyes. And gently brushing over the top of your head and down your neck, bringing yourself back to the space. And we're going to start on hands and knees today. So go ahead and move your props off to the side if you have any, and we'll come into table pose. Good. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. We'll start with some cat-cow. So inhale, look forward, feel the tailbone lift behind you, and exhale, round the back, feeling the mid-back reach toward the ceiling. And then inhale, looking forward, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round the back. And just do that a few more times, linking your breath and movement. Inhale, looking forward, exhale, rounding. Warming up the spine, the shoulders, the hip flexors. Just a couple more times. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, go ahead and glide back to child's pose. Seat of the heels, forehead down. And then inhale, float right back up. And exhale, release back again. And just move between these two postures. Inhale up, exhale back. A little bit more movement for the hips and shoulders here. And looking forward with your chest when you come up. Good. Inhale up to hands and knees. Please curl the toes under and lift into downward facing dog. Once you get there, go ahead and start walking the dog out a bit. Pressing a heel to the floor, bending the opposite knee while maintaining some length in your spine. It's like we're trying to flatten the back out here. Hip bones reaching toward the ceiling behind you. And we're breathing, of course. We're noticing sensation in the body. Maybe one leg feels tighter than the other. Perhaps you want to spend a breath or two on that side. Good. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. And then bend your elbows in towards your waist. Bring your chest down between the thumbs and release your hips to the floor. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Elbows bending. And we'll play around with a little bit of cobra and locust pose. So keeping the legs on the ground to start. With your inhale, roll the shoulders down the back, lift your head, lift your chest, cobra pose. Exhale, release down. And we're gonna do opposite legs here. So inhale, lift the head, chest, and your right leg off the floor. Exhale, release down. Inhale, head, chest, and left leg. Exhale, release down. Inhale, head, chest, and both legs, locust pose. Exhale, release. Now keep the legs on the floor. We'll come back into cobra. Head and chest lift, inhale. Elbows stay bent. Exhale, release. Head, chest, and right leg, inhale. Exhale, release. Head, chest, and left leg, inhale. Exhale down. Both legs, inhale. And down. Keep the legs on the floor. Cobra, inhale, head and chest. Exhale, release. With the right leg, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. With the left leg, inhale. And down. Both legs, inhale, locust pose. Exhale, release. One more time through this flow. Keep the legs on the ground to start. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale with the right leg, head, chest, right leg. Exhale, release. Left leg, inhale. Exhale, release. All right, here we go. Locust pose, lift on up. Exhale, release down. Good. Taking an adjusting breath, you can turn the head to the side. We'll stay for just a couple breaths. Good. Then curling the toes under, bring the head to center. Press the floor forward to push yourself up to hands and knees, and then lift back into downward facing dog. You're just staying here for a moment, feeling length in the spine. So you can bend your knees a bit more to get a bit more length, lifting the hip bones again toward the ceiling behind you. And then after a few breaths, go ahead and float back down onto hands and knees, release the feet, and sit back into child's pose. All right. Inhale back up to hands and knees. So doing a little bit more work here from this posture. So go ahead and extend your right leg straight out behind you. Flex the foot and point the toes toward the floor. The right foot toes are pointing toward the floor here. Good. Now lift your back heel, the right heel, a little bit higher and look forward with your chest. Good. Now take a deep breath in. With your exhale, you're going to bend the right knee, bring it in toward your chest and feel the back round. Then inhale, extend the leg back out and look forward. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, take it back out. And just keep moving. Exhale in. Inhale, press back out, extending through the leg. A few more times. Three, two, and one. Bring the knee in towards your chest. Lift it up as high as you can, rounding the back, knee toward the chest, foot off the ground if you can. 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg out first, and then bring the foot and knee to the floor. Good job. Let's see what that feels like on the second side when you're ready. Start by just extending the left leg out behind you. Flex the foot and point the toes toward the floor. This creates an internal rotation of the left hip, which is what we want here. Then lift that back heel a bit higher. Look forward with your head and chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the left knee, bring it in. Inhale, extend back out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend back out, and keep going. A few more times. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knee into the chest. Hold it here. Squeeze it up. 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg out and bring the knee down. Go ahead and sink back into child's pose. Taking an adjusting breath here. Good, and then come back up to hands and knees. There's more going on here. So we've been on the hands and knees for a little bit. So if you need some support, even if you don't have a prop nearby, what you can do is either bring a blanket underneath the knees, or you can take the side of your mat and double it up to give yourself a bit more cushion. So we're gonna do one more exercise here, and I don't want your discomfort to be increased. Good. So watch me do this one once or twice because it can be a little awkward. I'm going to take the leg back just like before. I'll take a deep breath in. With the exhale, I'm going to bend the right knee and take it out to the side and lift the knee high. We call this the fire hydrant. Then inhale, extend back out. And then exhale, we'll do that again. And we'll do it probably about 6, 7 times or so. At the end, we'll hold it and see what we're going to feel there. And then we'll do the other side. So extending the right leg out behind you. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, go ahead and bend the right knee, take it out to the side. Again, fire hydrant, lifting that right knee as high as you can. And then inhale, extend back out. Exhale out to the side. Inhale out. Keep going. Two. And 1. Take the knee out to the side, lift it up as high as you can. Squeeze it up for 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg back. And bring the knee on down. Let's give it a child's pose. Feeling sensation. We're going to feel that one tomorrow a little bit, but it's okay. We're growing stronger. Good. Inhale back up to hands and knees, please. So doing the other side. Please extend the left leg out behind you. Take a deep breath in. Then exhale, bend the left knee and take it out. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, bend the knee and take it out. And back. Keep going. Lifting that left knee as high as you can when it comes out to the outside. Two. And one. Take the knee out. Lift it as high as you can. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg out behind you, then bring it down to the floor. Child's pose. Good job. Getting into the hips tonight, strengthening the lower back as well. And then inhale up to hands and knees. Downward facing dog. And again, the goal here is to feel length in your spine, to extend the spine. So bend the knees a bit more and reach the hips toward the ceiling behind you to create that spinal extension. Good. And then carefully walk your hands back towards your feet, coming into the standing forward fold. Knees can be slightly bent here and just drape the body over the legs. Releasing the head, neck, shoulders, and arms. Beautiful. Go ahead and bend your knees a little bit more. And roll yourself up to standing, stacking the spine one vertebrae at a time. The chin is the last to lift. And feel sensation as you arrive in standing. Right. So bringing your awareness on back, we'll move into arm swings next. Just as a reminder, this is a 3-part inhale through the nose and 1 powerful exhale out of the mouth. And today, the version we'll do will be jabbing the elbows back, okay? So go ahead and stack the feet underneath the hips, nice stable stance. And when you are ready, we'll get started. Inhale up, inhale back, inhale up, exhale, jab. Inhale, 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 exhale. Also a reminder, we're going for 2 minutes. So find your pace, however quickly or not quickly works for you, all right? All the while feeling the full movement of your shoulder joints up, back, up, and jab with that 3-part inhale. And of course, we love that powerful exhale. So with your exhale, feel the belly pull in and up, really helping to clear the lungs, clear the throat, getting rid of that stale toxic air that builds up in the base portion of the lungs. Let it go. We're gonna go for about another minute or so, maybe a little bit less than a minute at this point. Again, find your rhythm. Swing it out. We're almost there. About 20 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Feel sensation, breath rate, heart rate, feeling in the body, tingling in the arms and hands, and of course, maybe even some cooling in the nostrils. So much to be experienced here. Be with that. And not really your opinion or evaluation of those sensations, but just be with the sensations, that there is sensation. Good. With your next inhale, please sweep your arms up and over. Hold the breath in at the top of the inhale. 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth, release the arms. Again, inhale, lift the arms up and over. Holding the breath in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release through the mouth. One more time, lifting. Holding the breath in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Good. Wonderful. So our counter exercise to that exercise is to swing from side to side. So go ahead and bring your feet about mat width apart, or a little bit wider than your shoulders, toes pointing outward. And we'll just start to swing from side to side, lifting the back heel off the floor so the hips twist with you, and the arms hitting the body, looking behind you. Now, of course, if you don't have room to do this, if by swinging the arms you're bumping into stuff, you can simply bring the hands on top of your shoulders and do the exercise here. So whichever version you're doing, go ahead and get started. Doing this for about a full 2 minutes as well. And if your arms are moving with you, allow them to gently drum on the sides of your body. Among other things, it can be calming to the nervous system to do so. Checking in with your breath here. If you notice it becoming shallow, please take a deeper one. Side to side. Breathe. We're going to go for about 30 more seconds or so. Again, be aware of the breath as you're unwinding tension along the spinal column. Three, 2, and 1. Unwind. Good. Feeling sensation. Turn the feet to point directly forward. And holding on to opposing elbows, bend the knees slightly, and just fold forward. Hang forward. Again, knees are gently bending. Good. And then go ahead and roll yourself back up to standing. Great. So I'm going to ask you to take a wide stance on your yoga mat now. And the feet will be pointing directly forward for this one. So if anything, pigeon toeing slightly. All right. So when you're here, go ahead and lift your left arm into the air, reaching straight on up. Now with your right hand, reach up and grab hold of the wrist and traction the arm toward the ceiling. Sometimes we do this with the feet closer together. Today it's going to be a wider stance. Good. You'll see why here in a moment. So lifting that arm up. And when you're ready, go ahead and tilt to the right. Really trying to feel big energy from the base of the pinky edge, I should say, of the left foot all the way up through the left arm and fingertips. And you're not collapsing into your right hip here. You're just reaching up and out of the hips in the right direction, toward the right, I should say. Good, then stand back up. Release the arms. And we'll do the other side. So right arm lifts on up, reaching toward the ceiling. And then reach up with the left hand, hold on to the wrist. Forgetting my appendages today. Traction upward first. And then after a few breaths, go ahead and tilt gently to the left. And breathe. Good, then stand back up and release the arms. Something similar to what we just did. Hold on to your elbows. Hinge at the hips, fold forward. Knees are soft here. Good, so keeping the feet wide and still folding forward here. I'm gonna have you bend your right knee and sink down. It might mean that your arms to the floor, that's okay. And inhale, straighten the right leg. Then exhale, bend the left knee, sink down and up. Right knee, inhale, straighten it. Exhale, left knee. Inhale, straighten it. Let's do this a few more times from side to side, just feeling that stretch on the inner thigh. You might feel a stretch in the backs of the legs here too, maybe even the lower back, from side to side. One more time on each side. Right knee, then left knee. And as you straighten the left knee this time, go ahead and just hang in center. And then we'll all collectively, with an inhale, roll back up. Good job. So whichever direction is the front of your mat, go ahead and step there. We're going to do some sun salutations. Feel free to hydrate if you need to, of course. And today we'll be working with Warrior One, and we'll throw a little bit more locust pose into the mix. So feet stacking underneath your hips, bring your palms together at the heart. Take a moment just to find your breath. Arrive here in the standing posture, knowing that you'll move through this sun salute. And with your next inhale, sweep your arms down, back and up. Exhale, bend your knees, chair prep, sweep the arms behind you. Keep the knees bent as you lift the arms up into chair pose and stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the knees, reaching up. And exhale, hinge at the hips and swan dive forward. Pushing palms to shins, come halfway up, inhale. Exhale, release, and take your right foot way back. Now the back foot is flat on the floor, toes pointing forward about 45 degrees for Warrior One. Bend the left knee deeply, sweep the arms forward and lift the chest off the thigh. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the left knee. Hinge at the hips and fold. Exhale, down over the left leg. Stay for the inhale. And then exhale, carefully step back to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, do a chest press and release the hips back. Grounding the pelvis, lift the head, chest, and legs, coming into locust pose. Exhale, float back down. Curl the toes under, pushing up and back into downward facing dog. In down dog, lift the right leg high. Exhale, step the foot all the way forward, helping it through if you need to. And again, the back foot comes flat to the floor, toes pointing forward about 45. Bend the right knee deeply. Inhale, come on up. Warrior one. Good. Inhale, straighten the right knee. Exhale, fold down over the right leg. Stay for the inhale. And exhale, step forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. Inhale. And exhale, fold down. Sweeping the arms out to the sides. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And palms to the heart. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep, chair pose. Lift on inhale. Swan dive fold on exhale. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Please take the left foot way back. Back foot flat to the floor, toes pointing forward slightly. Bend the front knee and come on up for warrior. Good. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, fold over it. Deep breath in here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming down onto hands and knees, inhale. Exhale, chest press. Hips release. Grounding the pelvis, lift the head, chest, and legs, locust. Exhale, release. Push on up. And back into downward facing dog. In down dog, lift the left leg high. And step it through. Back foot flat, pointing forward slightly. Bend the left knee. Come on up, warrior. Good. Inhale, straighten the knee. Exhale, fold down over the leg. Deep breath in. And exhale, step the right foot forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. Palms to the heart. Keeping this moving. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, chair prep. Chair pose. Lift and fold. Halfway up. And down, right foot steps back, back foot flat. Warrior one, come on up. Inhale, straighten the left knee. Exhale, fold over it. Stay for the inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hands and knees to chest press. Inhale. Exhale. Ground the hips. Lift the head, chest, and legs. Locust. Exhale, release down. Push up. And back into downward facing dog. Right leg lifts when you get there. Step it through. Back foot flat. Warrior one, come on up. Inhale, straighten the knee. Exhale, fold over it. Deep breath in. And exhale, step forward. Palms to shins. And down. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up, inhale, and exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms back, chair prep, chair pose. Lift and fold. Halfway up and down, left foot steps this time, please. Back foot flat, warrior one, come on up. Straighten the knee and then fold over it. Deep breath in. Downward facing dog. Hands and knees to chest press. Inhale. Exhale. Ground the hips. Lifting head, chest, and legs. Inhale. And then exhale, float down. Curl the toes under. Push up and back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. And step it. Back foot flat. Come on up, warrior. Lift and fold. Inhale. Step forward, exhale. Palms to shins. And down. Sweeping the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. Again, bend the knees, sweep the arms back. Chair pose. Lift. Fold. Halfway. And down, right foot, back foot flat, warrior one, come on up. Straighten the knee and fold. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hands and knees, chest press, inhale. Exhale. Locust rise. And release. Push up and back. Right leg and step. Warrior one. Straighten the knee. Fold over it. Inhale. Step forward. Palms to shins. And release. All the way up, inhale. Bend the knees, sweep it back. Chair pose. And stay. Feeling the hips sink down, feeling the heart lift. 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the knees, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward and down. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, release, step the left foot back. Warrior one, come on up, back foot's flat. We're gonna stay in warrior. We're gonna breathe in warrior. Focus the eyes to a single non-moving point. Breathe with that point. 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the knee. Exhale, fold down over the leg. We're gonna hang out here for just a moment or so. If your hands don't touch the floor, you can definitely have the hands on the shins or foot. If you have yoga blocks at home, you could also bring yoga blocks to either side of the foot and have your hands on those instead. All right, when you're ready, downward facing dog. Good, coming down onto hands and knees. Release the feet, exhale, child's pose first. Forehead toward the floor. Feeling that stretch in the back of the body here. Good, then inhale up to hands and knees. Exhale, chest press. And release down onto your hips. Good, it has a change of pace here. Come up onto your elbows. The elbows are just slightly forward of the shoulders. Sphinx pose. And when we're down here, we'll do a quick stretch for the quadriceps, which are the tops of your thighs. So go ahead and cross your left arm in front of you so you can keep the chest relatively lifted. And then bend the right knee, bringing that heel in the direction of your seat. With your right hand, reach back and grab the base of your toes. So not the toes, not the ankle, not the foot, the base of the toes. Good. When you have that connection, the right hip naturally pops up off the floor. So go ahead and roll that back down. And then begin to draw the right heel in toward the right hip. And you should feel a stretch on the top of the right thigh, the quadricep. Now, if for some reason you're not feeling that stretch, which I assume you are, but if you're not, you could think about lifting the right knee off the ground. But that may or may not be the case for you. Keep the right hip grounded, keep breathing, keep the chest lifting as well. 3, 2, carefully release. 1. Cross the right arm in front, take a moment and feel the difference between the two sides. Good. Then lifting the chest back up if it dropped. Crossing the right arm in front of you. Go ahead and bend the left knee. Heel coming in the direction of your seat. With the left hand, reach back and grab the base of the toes, Roll the left hip down to the floor and draw that left heel into and towards, I should say, your hip. Try to keep the chest lifting. Just a few more breaths. Keep the hip grounding. 2 and 1. Carefully release that leg down. Cross the left arm in front of you and take a breath here. All right. So before we come up and finish off this warrior flow, please slide your hands back so they're underneath your shoulders again. Grounding the hips, lift the head, chest, and legs, locust pose. And stay for 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Curling the toes under, push up, and back into downward facing dog, where we'll stay for about 5 deep breaths. And again, the goal here is to feel the extension in your spine. So feel free to bend your knees a bit more and lift those hips toward the ceiling. All right, so when you're ready, it's the left leg that lifts and step it through. Back foot flat, warrior, come on up. We're gonna hang out here for a bit, so get comfortable. And again, there's that idea of focusing the eyes to a single non-moving point and just breathing with that point. Three, 2, 1. Straighten the knee. Exhale, fold over the leg. And again, we'll hang out here for a moment. Hands can be on the floor, blocks, your leg, whatever you need to do. Knee, while it is straight, is not locked. There's a little bit of a give to it. Good. Changing things up just a little bit here. When you're ready, please step back to downward facing dog. And then from there, floating down onto hands and knees. And relaxing into child's pose. Good. All right. When you're ready, go ahead and come back up. And we're going to come down onto our bellies. I know we spent a lot of time on the abdomen today, but it's a good thing. So we'll practice crocodile pose, which I've taught quite a bit for this class. It's a really nice grounding one. It's a way to kind of get a little bit of restoration in quickly. So starting with the feet will be mat width apart. Inside arches resting against the floor. This opens up the pelvis. That's what we want here. Your arms will cross in front of you, just a little bit forward of the shoulders. So again, it's not a face plant. The shoulders are set back, the elbows are set back, and the forehead comes down onto the backs of the hands or arms. And this allows your chest to lift off the floor and the belly to press directly into the floor. That is our goal with that part of the body. So go ahead and come into this position if you are not already. Feet met width apart, inside arches resting on the floor. Hips are opening into the ground, belly on the ground. Arms crossed in front of you, chest lifting. Bring the head to rest on the backs of the arms or hands. And then become aware of your breath here. And start to feel the movement of your belly. And if you're not feeling any movement in your belly, draw the breath down to the belly. You want to feel the abdomen press into the floor as you inhale. And then kind of just relax into a puddle as you exhale. And as you're breathing to the abdomen here, relax any gripping or holding of the muscles in and around your abdomen. So the front abdomen, the sides of the body, the lower back, and also releasing any tightening or clenching of the muscles around your pelvis. Just relax it all. Remaining here for about another minute or so. You might find your mind wandering, that's okay. Just bring it back to the breath in the belly. And now when you're ready, please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath, knowing that if you need to come back to this pose at any time, you can. For now, deeper, fuller breath. Bring the feet closer together. And as you lift the chest up, we're just going to roll over onto our backs to do 2 more exercises. Take your time with that as you roll over. Once you're on your back, go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. And with the knees drawn in, take the arms out to the sides. And then go ahead and drop the knees to the right, coming into a spinal twist. Think about grounding your left arm and shoulder to the floor, turning the chin to the left if you'd like. And that free right hand can be placed on top of the left thigh to keep it in the twist if you'd like. And then taking a deeper breath, bring your knees back to center. And then with an exhale, allow the knees to fall to the left. Your right arm and shoulder ground behind you, chin turning to the right. And that left hand can rest on top of the right thigh. And breathe. And then taking a deeper breath again, go ahead and unwind. And hug your knees into your chest one more time. And when you feel ready here, go ahead and extend your legs down to the floor. Letting your eyes close. Settle in to rest. And as you settle into rest, I'd like you to become aware of your breath in your abdomen once again. And like as we were when we were in Crocodile Pose, I'd like you to release any gripping, holding, or clenching of the muscles in and around your abdomen and pelvis. Just feel that entire midsection of the body completely melt. And when your mind wanders and the abdomen starts to harden again, notice that that's happened and then melt that effort once again. peace, peace, peace. Knowing that if you need to come back to this state of rest, that it is available for you. But for now, please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath, creating some gentle movements in the hands and feet, your arms and legs. Slowly rolling to your right side. And gently bringing yourself up to a seat. And once you've made it to a seat, go ahead and bring your palms together at the heart and lower your chin. And honor yourself for the work you've done here tonight. Gratitude for all of the effort you put forth. And may that effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until next time, namaste.